Kanye.
Uh-huh, honey.
You have literally been so rude lately. Bible, it's been 46 days that we've been fighting, and that's like half a marriage.
Huh? Why I gotta be so heartless?
Oh, welcome, Kanye. Cheese puff? Hey, wait, is something the matter? Come on, you can tell me. What's wrong?
Literally everything. I was Googling myself last week, and the computer broke because Kanye had been looking at too much porn, and the computer was full of viruses. The tech guy said so.
Excuse me, girl? I'm the #1 most impactful artist of this generation. I'm Shakespeare in the flesh. Nike, Walt Disney, you can't control me. Nah, you can't own me.
You need to stop. All this porn watching is stressing me out. I've had to lose 345 pounds since my last pregnancy, and I don't need this stress. It's bad enough that you're watching porn day and night. What kind of an example is it going to show for our Northwest?
Well, looks like things certainly have escalated. Today on this special edition of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, we have an expert panel ready to investigate whether Kim and Kanye's relationship can be saved and answer the question, is porn harmful? And now we're here with the Kardashians' personal relationship counselor who's going to hit us with some hard facts. So tell me, how does viewing porn affect a relationship?
Yes. Okay. As a male partner's preoccupation with pornography increases, couples report decline in marital and family relationships. Results from a study at Yale University examined the relationships from over 100 couples and how when the man started viewing pornography affected them. In the relationships, they found that there was a 17% increase in promiscuity in the sexual relationship, male dominance increased by 30%, and the men felt 15% less satisfied with their personal lives. And also there was a decrease in support of women's rights. When men are actively viewing pornography, studies show that both parties drastically lose trust in one another and their belief in marriage and that the other can make them happy substantially decreases. The men tend to feel more ashamed and the communication within the couple disintegrates. Pornography invites and reinforces a non-intimate, non-relational, and therefore easy sexual experience, lessening the value of a functional couple relationship.
First, let's see what porn has to say about porn. We're here with a leading industry executive to see what he has to say about the business side of things.
Oh, hello there. I didn't hear you come in. My name is Ronald McFondle, and I'm the infamous businessman behind the distribution and sales of Kim Kardashian's sex tapes. I've been watching porn since, well, before I could walk, so I'm here to tell you all about the business. The pornography industry has been extremely successful in the past 15 years, increasing 20-fold from the year 1998 to 2003. I mean, look at me. I exude success. This was only the beginning. By 2007, global porn revenues were estimated at $20 billion, with $10 billion in the U.S. alone. According to a survey of data published in the Journal of Internet Law, in 2005, pornography accounted for 69% of the total pay-per-view internet content market, outpassing news, sports, and video games. Ah, the glory days. This was the peak of economic prosperity in the porn industry. By 2011, the porn industry revenues had been reduced by 50% because of the amount of free pornography that was now available online. But let's not devalue the impact of the porn industry. There are more than 35 million people that are subscribed to mobile adult pay sites for porn worldwide. In 2008, an estimated 3 million Americans purchased pornography online, paying an average of $60 a month. That income alone covers my pool boy's pay. So remember, kids, go home and watch porn so I can feed my family and keep my pool clean.
We're here in this hall of knowledge to hear a bit about the history, the cultural impact of porn through the ages.
Looking back at our seemingly prim and proper past, you may think pornography is more of a modern entity, but this is not the case. pornographic content can be found throughout history in many forms, including sculpture, print, photo, and film. The difference with today is the massive scale upon which it is being produced and consumed. Sexualized content has lost much of its shock value and become more accepted, making its way farther into our culture. It has changed how men and women perceive each other, themselves, and body ideals.
And now, next we're sneaking up on the Kardashians' personal neuroscientist to hear how porn affects the brain.
The brain is a master organ of sexual function and is responsible for sexual feelings and arousal. During sex or arousal, dopamine is produced and released from the hypothalamus. It is a neurotransmitter that provides pleasurable feelings and reinforces a person's desire to re-perform the action that brought him or her pleasure. When an individual watches porn, dopamine is also released. The more intense, the more that is released. Dopamine can be released either prior to or during the moments of heightened pleasure. When released, dopamine strengthens and reinforces new connections that are being made in the brain while an activity is undertaken. This, in turn, acts to encourage the individual to repeat the activity again so they can feel that pleasure once more. Relevance to porn, as the images are displayed on the screen, arousal takes place and the dopaminergic system is triggered, just like it would be by drugs, such as cocaine. The newly formed connections in the brain from watching pornographic images become greatly reinforced by the massive amounts of dopamine being released. Rather than going into short-term memory, where these images can be forgotten after the screen is turned off, the dopamine reinforcement ensures they've moved into the long-term memory stores, where they can be stuck in replay mode.
Now I know what you're all thinking. Science, numbers, facts. Won't someone please think of the children? Well, let's teleport over to the classroom and hear a bit about how porn is affecting kids these days.
Some children are being tricked or mousetrapped into watching porn. Porn is viewed by children around age 11 and up. Easy access to porn has normalized the use of hardcore porn. This has led children to share naked pictures of themselves by sexting. A study by the UK Safer Internet Centre and Plymouth University found that sexting among children does not affect 10 to 11-year-olds, but is almost routine for 13 to 14-year-olds.
So, does watching porn have any long-term negative effects on children?
Porn has some negative effects on the development of young people. Porn can shape their sexual development and future marital and family relationships. They develop tolerance towards sexually explicit material and start requiring more novel or bizarre porn to get the same level of arousal or interest. They will believe there is an exaggerated level of sexual activity going on in the general populace, and they start believing that without affection, they can get better sexual satisfaction. They abandon the goal of sexual fidelity with a partner and develop a cynical attitude about love. Another way it impacts the development is that they will perceive promiscuity as a normal way to interact. It will affect their future relationships because they start believing marriage is sexually confining and raising children and having a family is an unattractive prospect.
How much longer
Go.
is the...
Well, there you have it. So many experts, so many things to say, so many facts, so much science. I think it's time to take it back to Kim and Kanye and see whether things can be reconciled or whether their relationship is bound to fail. So, Kim and Kanye, what have you learned?
I'm an artist. I respect the major porn industry. I respect the game. But I don't want porn hurting the kids, especially Northwest.
Bible, Kanye is going to be watching porn again tomorrow. Porn has held a special place in people's lives throughout history, and it will always be part of society. Although I have learned that porn does hurt children, and I don't want porn to hurt our Northwest. I don't want our Northwest to think that marriage isn't important, because the more marriages, the better. Marriages are the cornerstone of family. And I also think that today we learned that porn can also have a really escalating effect on body image issues, and sometimes it goes too extreme. Sometimes it can really hurt people's self-image. And I just want to say that no matter what kind of porn videos are coming out or that you're watching, I am not going to make my butt any bigger. It just won't get any bigger.
Well, there you have it. The porn industry might be spiraling out of control, but does that mean you'll stop watching?